Great to be here with you guys. Thanks so much. Hey, today we're going to talk about a topic to me that is it's close to my heart. As an athlete growing up and a young adult, always aspiring athlete. I don't know about you guys. And with my background as a physical therapist, exercise and movement has always been something that really lights me up, that I get excited about. So I don't know if any of you guys actually know, but let me tell you is, believe it or not, um, this girl who's only 5'4" was actually a phenomenal hurdler. I know my husband jokes and he says I used to go under them and not over them. But the thing is so much in life, it's about drive, determination, skill, consistency, practice. Have you guys ever heard any of those things? So I was one of those that did drills over and over and over. If you saw my legs, I've got some scars on the inside of my lower leg from the edge of the hurdle, because some of the hurdles might have been past their time as far as like sharp edges on the plastic, things like that. But I was determined out there to outwork others. So it was a really phenomenal experience. I got to compete at the state level, and just it's so exciting when you have that adrenaline and that push and that the competition. And some of you are like, Kelly, no way. But for some of you, it could be like swimming or piano. Maybe it's about crafting. I don't know. But today we're going to talk a little bit about athletics. And what was interesting to me is, as I moved on to college, I could have chosen to keep running track, but I wouldn't have been able to really compete at the level of where I was for college. Like I was going to, a top school, Pac-10. Well, back then it was the Pac-10, right? Now it's the Pac-12, but I think it's going to shrink here soon. Anyways, I knew going to the University of Arizona, it wasn't on my playlist that I was going to compete competitively in track. I could have gone to a small school if that's really what I wanted, but it wasn't at the time. So I enjoyed myself, going to the rec center and playing intramural sports and having a ton of fun. But after college, I kind of was like at this loss. And I don't know if any of you guys feel that way, that whatever you loved or enjoyed, this early phase of your life, it was missing. And especially for athletics and women, for women, it wasn't just like, hey, let's pick up a basketball game down at the park, right? Or, hey, we're all golfing this weekend. We need an extra one for a foursome. I felt like, and maybe this was my perception at the time, but it was a little easier for guys to jump back into sports or still stay in sports than women. Now, I think today it's getting a little easier. Many, many women are out there in tennis clubs, pickleball, golf. There's even track clubs. But there was this odd period from like my early 20s and into my 30s that I didn't really fit in, and I didn't really want to go join a track club, but I missed the competitiveness. So believe it or not, gosh, it was now about 12, 13, 14 years ago. No, let me see. Yeah, something around there. I started getting into triathlons. I've always loved to run. Running is my meditation. Running is my jam. And it always will be. Although I used to run like a mad woman. Now I know for my health and my lifestyle, that doesn't behoove me. So I just run a little bit. But yeah, I went to running and cycling and swimming. Now I could swim. I grew up swimming. I grew up in Arizona. I never swam like swim club competitively, but I could swim. I lifeguarded. I taught swimming lessons. So the water and me, we were like good. For some of you, swimming might be the scariest thing out there. When people first start doing triathlons, typically the swim is the most threatening for people. For me, it was the bike. I could ride a bike. That was no problem. In college, that's all. I didn't even have a car, right? I rode my bike everywhere, but I never knew how to ride competitively. So I used to burn my muscles out fast. Like I was a quad cycler, right? My poor little legs would just be shredded. My husband's like, push from the booty, Kelly. Yeah, like, how do I do that? Anyways, I kind of figured it out. So I had really fun 5, 7 years that I did triathlons. Absolutely loved it. I never did a full iron. Who's out there that's done a full iron? I give you so much credit because it is hours and hours of practice, competition, preparing. It is a job in and of itself. Even training for half iron was a job in and of itself, and raising kids and having like a couple businesses and, right? I'm like, how did I ever do that? I'm not really sure. But in that, I felt my little competitive juices flow again. It would just be with me. I wanted to beat my time. I wanted to beat like my transition. I want to get a little bit better. It was like, yes. And I even had the feelings of like the butterflies before do it. And oh my gosh, it was pretty hardcore because it was like not only what you ate the night before, but like your whole week or two prep. Did you prep right? Did you taper down right? Then it's the day, the event is here. And I kind of got reminded of this last night of us watching football. In these guys train and eat and do mindset and all the biohacking stuff I'm sure they do to prepare their bodies for game time. And some of them, maybe you're only in the game for split moments, and that's their time, and they better be ready. Some of them might be in the game throughout the whole game, and boy, they've got to be ready. But no matter what, are you prepared? So that was just, this excitement, the preparation is something that I'm figuring out now that I enjoy the process. And when we don't have those processes that like fires us up, gets us going, looking forward to, sometimes we're like, whatever. And I have to say that now I'm no longer doing triathlons. I'm in flux right now because I found I absolutely love hot yoga. We've moved. I'm struggling to find a place that like is my place. I'm still out there doing my running. My husband and I love golfing now. He's like all in on golf. I think it's fun, but sometimes I can take it or leave it. And when I play to have a lot of fun. So I'm not like hardcore and competitive on myself at all for golf. And I don't know why I'm competitive in certain things and not for others. It just is. But where this is all getting me to is in your athletic performance, sometimes we work out because it's good for us. And we know as human beings, our bodies were meant to move. So we're supposed to be moving. We're supposed to be maybe getting in our 10,000 steps. We're supposed to be stretching. So whether we're doing a little yoga or just doing our own stretching practice, we're supposed to be getting some cardiovascular endurance and exercise for our heart, for our brain. So maybe you're out there, doing a cycling class. Maybe you're out there running. Maybe you're out there just walking hard or hiking. Maybe you're swimming. Maybe you're there's dancing, right? There are so many activities to get your heart rate up. Skiing. I can't wait. Winter's coming. I'm trying to get ready for ski season, get in shape. So with all of that being said, is we've got to get our heart rates up and get that a little bit endurance exercise. And then the last part about it is, especially aging women, come on out there, ladies, is we need to be starting to lift and lift heavy and strengthening, because that strength training, the muscle, that organ of the muscle is going to help us with our anti-aging and our hormones and our weight and everything. Okay. Muscle is important, but some of the time we get really bored and we don't want to do it anymore, or we're just not pushing ourselves very hard anymore. So we need to kind of put that competitiveness, that excitement back in the game. So how do you put it back in the game? I do it seasonal. So that's really what I wanted to talk to you guys about, is wherever you are in your movement, exercise, fitness journey, you do not have to be a stellar athlete, but you do need to move your body. That is essential, and that is without option, okay? It's not like, think about it, maybe, maybe not. No, it's essential that we move our bodies. But it can get, just stagnant, blah, boring, overwhelmed. So here we are entering winter. I know that my running outside might look a little different in the winter in Indiana than it used to look in California or Arizona, where I could put on my running shoes and be out the door pretty much any day of the year, no problem. It's going to be a little different here. But one of the things I look forward to is skiing. Our family loves snowboarding and skiing, but I want to be prepared. So right now, I change up my workout to work on some different muscles and get my legs prepared for the hours on the slopes, right? I don't want to just be out there day one and my legs are jello. And then day 2 and day 3, I can like hardly ski because my legs are so fatigued. No, I'm getting prepared. So every quarter, as you're going into different seasons, ask yourself, what do I need to mix up? What do I need to change? What exercise or activities am I looking forward to that I want to get ready for? I still do my sauna. I still do my walking and walk my dogs. I still do my stretching, but I'm more targeted because I'm excited to get on the ski slopes. So what are you excited for that's coming up? Now, when I come out of winter into the spring, then it might look a little different again. And so that will help you stay in the game and not let your movement go like, blah. Maybe for you, you're not a skier, but you're like, okay, what am I going to work on this quarter? Maybe you've never actually lifted heavy weights. Let me tell you, I do a lot of 20-minute HIIT training, but I have not been in the gym like lifting, maxing out. I'd like to. That is something that maybe for me next spring, I want to go into and really look at what I could do to my body. A friend of mine who used to do a lot of bodybuilding, her and her husband, she was like, Kellie, you naturally have great arms. I think you could be stellar like at bodybuilding at your age, at 51. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. But then I asked myself, like, I don't know, maybe that would be cool. Not because I need to look that way, but it's the pursuit. It's the excitement. It's the challenge. So that's what I want you guys to find. Maybe you've never played pickleball and you're like, oh, I don't know. There's this fad thing. You know what? I was like, whatever, until I played it. I'm like, oh my God, it's so fun. So I'm not in a club right now. I'm maybe in the spring or spring leading into summer for me. I think I'm all in. But right now, it's not where I'm going, especially where I'm living in Indiana. If you're out west, that you can pretty much be outside almost every day of the year, you know what? Then go for it with pickleball or tennis or golf or whatever that may be. But I would encourage you to try something new because you never know until you try it. Now, I will say the one thing I think that everybody needs to experience is hot yoga. I know, call me crazy. You're like, I don't like to sweat. I don't like being hot. Okay. As I talk about our bodies need stressors, our bodies need to get uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable in that heat. There's a reason. It's uncomfortable holding certain postures. There's a reason. And I could go on and on about the benefits of cardiovascular health, blood flow, your organs, focus, presence, concentration, balance, sensory system, kinesthetics, endurance, strengthening. I mean, I could go on, but go challenge yourself to go not just once, but take like 6, 8, 10 classes. Give yourself a fighting chance to see like, do I like this? Do I not? For me, oh my gosh, just talking about it, I want to go. Isn't that funny? Oh my gosh. I'm like, can we go to yoga now? Like right now? That'd be awesome. Okay. Yoga aside, my goal for you is in this upcoming season of life for you, what is something new that you're going to try? What is something new that you're going to learn from A to Z or just brand new, right? Just the basics of. Challenge yourself. Get excited about doing something new. You don't have to like be going to the state championship meet. You don't have to be like competing in serious Ironmans. Just do something new for you. Your body will thank you. Your brain and your mind will thank you. Your just a pep in your step may thank you. Like, oh, this was just fun. But honestly, trying something for the first time, whether it's hard, difficult, new, is something as human beings, it's important for us to keep doing. And I want to bring it back here to fitness of Since our bodies were meant to move and we need to move our whole life, we often get bored with the same routines over and over. And your body, not only do you get bored of it, your body gets, quote, bored, meaning accustomed to the same thing. So the result that you get from doing it today and the same result, or the same, if you do the same exact activity or workout a year from now, 5 years from now, it won't give you the same result. And so you need to change it up, mix it up. You hear about that all the time, but it's the truth. So whether it's quarterly, whether it's yearly, whether it's monthly, change up your routines so that your body can maximize the benefit, physical, mental, emotional, everything about moving. And I promise you, you will thank yourself for how you look and how you feel. So with that, you guys, that's some of my tips on movement. I hope it's helpful. And if you're only like, Kellie, I just so don't like it at all, you know what? Just go for a walk with a friend. Just figure out how to move your body. Just commit to yourself to doing something every day. So with that, you guys, thanks always for being here with me. I hope this was helpful. If so, share it with your girlfriend, share it with somebody that you love, and say, hey, listen, commit with me to do this workout thing. I need a little help. I need a little accountability. And maybe you already know just the person for that. If not, reach out to me. I can always be your accountability partner. I am here for you. And until next time, have an amazing, amazing week and go bless somebody's day.